Are you in Uganda? Would you like to join me in Saudi Arabia as a domestic worker? I am a professional registered domestic worker from Uganda working in Saudi Arabia. Remember, coming to Saudi Arabia from Uganda is a free of charge. You don't pay anything. Your sponsor is ready to pay everything. Migrant support system means the agencies that are meant to bring nations together in case of anything. For this case, we are talking about Uganda and Saudi Arabia. We have those agencies that are there to bring these two countries together in case of anything. And if you are to travel from Uganda to Saudi Arabia, kindly watch this video up to the end. Remember, coming to Saudi Arabia from Uganda is a free of charge. You don't pay anything. Your sponsor is ready to pay everything when you use correct procedures, correct channels in Uganda, following the migrant support system. Many of you think that it's Sonda company that process your travel as a domestic worker from Uganda to Saudi Arabia. No, the company work together with other agencies. I'm going to list them, then I explain one by one. First is Ministry of Labor, Gender and Social Development, Ministry of Internal Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, recruitment companies. For recruitment companies, we have the internal company in Uganda working together with external company in Saudi Arabia. We have U.A.E.R.A, local government, training centers, diplomatic missions, consular staff, and so many others. Then let me explain one by one. Let me start with the Ministry of Labor, Gender and Social Development, and the following are its laws. First is to give licenses to private companies and training centers in Uganda. Second is to keep a list of all private companies and training centers in Uganda. Third is to inspect and issue out clearance certificate to private companies and training centers. Fourth is to verify job offer and employer plus location for the migrant workers. Second agency is the recruitment companies. Here we have the internal company and the external company. The internal one in our country, Uganda, and the external companies in Saudi Arabia. These two companies work together, and the laws of recruitment companies in Uganda are the following. One is to monitor on the working conditions of migrant workers, and two is to ensure that all migrant workers come back safely in Uganda after a 2 years contract. Third agency is the external company in Saudi Arabia. Its roles first is to issue out visas to migrant workers, and second is to monitor on the working conditions and situations of migrant workers. The fourth agency is the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The following are its roles. First is to issue out passports to migrant workers. Second is to monitor on irregular movement of migrant workers. And third is identification of private companies that practice criminal. The fifth agency is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and the following are its roles. First is to monitor on the operation of recruitment companies. Second is to establish registers on migrant workers in their destination country. Third is to verify on the availability of jobs for migrant workers. The sixth agency is local government. Local government help companies in the mobilization of interest of migrant workers. Second is to provide recommendation letters to migrant workers from recruitment companies. Third is to monitor on the situation of returnees. Seventh agency is U.A.E.R.A, and U.A.E.R.A means Uganda Association for External Recruitment Agency, and its roles are the following. First is to bring all recruitment companies together. Second is to ensure that all recruitment companies practice ethical recruitment. Third is to offer medical care and support to the returnees in case of anything. Fourth is to provide assistance to the families of the returnees in case of anything. The eighth agency is training centers, and this work together with Migrant Labor Trainers Association, which help in the training of migrant workers and brings all training centers together for easy coordination and monitoring of migrant workers. The ninth agency is Interpol. Interpol help the government of Uganda to ensure that all migrant workers from Uganda traveling to Saudi Arabia has no criminal cases. We have so many other agencies like diplomatic missions, consular staff, International Labour Organization, International Organization for Migrants, Migrant Workers Voice Uganda, and so many others. These also help in the safe travel of migrant workers from Uganda to Saudi Arabia, and in case of anything, they are there to help. That has been for today, and this video is to help anyone in Uganda that would like to come to Saudi Arabia and work as a house manager or domestic worker, shagal, kadam, you call it whatever you want. And remember, coming to Saudi Arabia from Uganda is free of charge. Your sponsor is ready to pay everything. Even if you don't have a passport, even if you have, so long as you follow the correct procedures, you follow the migrant support system. Thank you so much for supporting your girl Judith. Thank you for everything. And for all my returning subscribers and viewers, thank you so much. And for those who haven't subscribed, kindly support your girl Judy by subscribing, comment, share, and like my videos. And on my channel, I do a little bit of everything, like cooking, advice, hygiene, and farming. Thank you so much for your support. See you in my next video.